Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And my big question of today is what would you do if I gave you $1,000 right now? Would you buy crypto? Would you go get a haircut? Would you fix your car? Would you go on vacation? Let me know in the comment section down below what you would do with that $1,000. And also, guys, I want to say I really appreciate you. Just want to put that out there. Now, the first thing I saw today when I checked Twitter was I Am Legion, or Payson with a couple of numbers behind it. This is tweet about the central bank payment news. So, the central bank payment news earlier today posted a new direction for Swift community. Over the next 2 years and beyond, we will fundamentally transform payments and security processing, retooling cross-border infrastructure as part of a new strategy approved by our board. James Rule replied and said, RippleNet can handle all of the above now with ODL. And that part about it is true. And the fact that some connections have been made between Swift and Ripple, and the fact that all they can do can all be done together in a better fashion, and that really Ripple can do almost anything that would be demanded for a newer, either central bank payment system or any remittance or cross-border infrastructure, is also very satisfying. So Payson didn't leave it at that. He went over for more things. Here you can see global connectivity through Earthport. All could be connected. Pretty interesting if you think about it, It all connects to Ripple then. Executive summary of Ripple payment protocol and exactly how that could work. Ripple as global switch for cross-border funds settlement. Ripple is an open payment protocol, and it simplifies interbank payments at the infrastructure level. What that part really means is that Ripple is not at the top of everything, because that's what some people think. Some people think that Ripple is supposed to be the new cross-border forefront, like, for example, PayPal or MoneyGram or Western Union, that they want to be something like that. Or even that they want to be more like a bank. Because you guys can see here, they're not in the upper layers. They're not in the applications, not in the banks layer, not even in the settlement standards and governance layer. They're all the way down here. Message routing and settlement infrastructure. That's where they're at. That's built on Ripple. That's what they could do. That's what they're here for. They want to be in the background, which, don't get me wrong, is still a multi-trillion-dollar sector, but they don't want to be in that forefront because that really either requires a lot of different rules, but also a lot of different partnerships, different approach, and would be very difficult for Ripple to arrange properly. Because think about this one here. Ripple is now just the fundamentals, which means they're really independent from every other company that's built on top. And if they were to be in this layer right here with the banks, they can't really provide the lower part as well because they wouldn't really match. Why would banks then use their system since, you can see the friction there? Right now, since Ripple is solely at the bottom, all can build on top of it because it is independent, which in my opinion is the better approach to it all. More is going on here. Payson has connected a ton of things together. In my opinion, it's really cool to see. And I actually saw this tweet because of, what's his name now? DAI, I don't have it open anymore, who said that if Payson is not in the history books, then there's something wrong. Well, that was an interesting one. But yeah, there's just a ton here that is stuff we might have never seen, All that is connected together, all about this new payment system, all that is coming along here. It's really crazy, guys. And in my opinion, it's also something that deserves a lot more attention to a certain degree. Just the fact that Ripple is already building themselves everywhere. Now, this one actually says it a little bit differently. In my opinion, this says Ripple could be all and everywhere in the application layer, platform layer, infrastructure layer. I still kind of disagree with that. All right. The only reason I think this can apply here is because it does not really mention the ones we normally go for, and maybe they're talking about they could work with all of them. I cannot read what it says here though, so I can't really give you guys the full details on that. It goes on and on and on and on for a little while, right? It goes on and on and on. All the dot connecting, all is in there. And it basically just connects Ripple and Swift together. They're building this stuff together. They're building this this newer world of finance, and a lot of hints are also coming out nowadays. I've noticed that instant payment systems should become the new normal by the end of 2021. The European Union will introduce new rules within 4 years to make cross-border payments quicker and cheaper through the use of blockchain and crypto assets like stablecoins. It's not, inclusive. It's not only stablecoins, but it's through things like stablecoins, and there's a lot more talks about that recently here. I don't know exactly where I have it open, but there's a lot of guys talking about this right now. All right, here is just some confirmation, but let me see if I have it open still. No, I don't have it open. I don't know where I put it then. But basically, the situation was that a lot of these guys right now are lining up for XRP as a newer standard. I think it's pretty damn amazing if you think about it. By the way, XRP newer standard, it's just a thought, right? We know for a fact that it's all going to be through Swift or Ripple or together, since we know they can work together. It's been announced for a little while. And the fact that XRP does, I guess, things a little bit differently and they can build on top of each other with each other just confirms that what is to come here is most likely pretty damn big. And I'm excited for it all, guys. I'm pretty excited for it all. You can see more and more and more. The connections between Swift and Ripple are insane. And all I'm saying is, if people think that Swift is the only thing that can survive, you're dead on wrong. You're mistaken as can be. Oh my days. Yep, you're really on a completely different path then. These guys, by the way, think about this one. Why did so many guys who were working at Swift before or at these major banks before switch to Ripple if they didn't think it could be the future? If they didn't think that they have something which these others don't, if they didn't think that Ripple will be able to work with these major guys, they wouldn't have switched if they didn't fully believe that. Why would you otherwise switch from a bank to Ripple? Why would you go work there if you don't think banks will adopt Ripple? I'm just thinking about that. A little bit of a different side. Trump warns to problem solvers stimulus bill, including $1,200 checks and $450 weekly unemployment benefits. It's still going around, guys. Stimulus negotiations are stalled. Democratic leaders refuse to go lower than a broad package of $2.2 trillion in economic aid, while the White House won't offer more than $1.3 trillion. I find it fun how they're just talking here about trillions of dollars like it's just a small little pool in the community that they're deciding to build. Let's do $2.2 trillion. No, I'm going to leave it at 1.3 trillion, man. I mean, 2.2 is just a little bit too much. Let's go for 1.3 trillion. That would be doable. These numbers are insane. And there are more and more pieces of friction going around right now as global stocks tumble as the Fed's near zero rates pledge leaves investors unsatisfied. There's more and more stuff going around right now that makes people angry, that makes people confused, that makes people uncertain. The election is coming up strong. Here on Twitter, King Cyrus 2 said, "I can't believe we're this close to the election. I've always been under the assumption that the rise of XRP would happen before as to be offered as the solution as one of Trump's trump cards." What do you think? Well, this one I would say, people have thought about this election for a very long while. People know that elections are very often a time of insecurity, a time of, a lot of uncertainty surrounding the government itself, surrounding the fiat currency, in this case the US dollar, surrounding just economic stability from a worldly perspective. Right now we have the Cold War between US and China. And all that goes a little bit further to the fact that people are also kind of relating where XRP and where stock prices and interest rates should be at this point. I'm going to say it out right now. None of us know exactly what's going to be happening. None of us know exactly how these guys are going to be ruling it all out or what has been planned and what is new and what is just, Because as we said earlier, if we check here, where was the Trump one? I had the Trump, this one. These videos are another, in my opinion, a hint that there's a lot more going on in the back that we're not hearing. And that's why I'm also claiming that none of the guys you're watching right now, none of the guys that speak about it, really know what's going to be happening for XRP price, for this bigger regulation, for these huge amounts of money, for the all the big global things. Because there might be a lot of stuff hidden that we're not hearing about. Mark Or no, Joker XRP just posted, Mark Carney said it, Bailey and Christine Lagarde said it, Trump said it, the world reserve must change. Well, yeah, I think we know so. All right, US has been it for 100 years. The average time that is there, or the median time, both of them, are 95 years. And thus, it is not strange if the US dollar were to change now from being the world reserve currency. Also thinking about it, yeah, US has been the leading market for a very long while, but it could be that it's going to switch over to something like China. We've been talking about this for years right now, but really it's coming closer and closer right now as we speak. It's not really an emerging market anymore. It's very established, and maybe it's going to become number one. It could definitely be so. CV19 was one of the biggest catalysts that we could have gotten. Every time the world reserve currency splits or shifts, it's always during a global time of crisis or a big situation. And this could be it. Fiat is inflated beyond control. Gold standard is coming. Alongside digital assets, XRP will provide a global liquidity for banks. The world knows cash is dead. Crazy. Val Jester Locke posted on Twitter, with Trump throwing that phrase out today, the White House on the 26th of August being lit up in purple, white, and gold, the First Lady doing this symbology, the White House photo symbology with the sun, uphold shenanigans with XRP and gold. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. So yeah, I can't tell you. I just wanted to show you guys, for if you know some way to connect these dots or something like that. I have no idea. I have no idea. And then we got some other stuff, but it's not really that important. Tether is doing what XRP did in the market back in 2017. It's not really true, though, in my opinion at all. And XRP could be gearing up for a moon mission as bulls reclaim key level. Yeah, that's always the case, though. It depends. Short term, you can think about this type of stuff. Long term, it does not matter. Guys, thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I would definitely see you guys again in another crypto video.